Hi everyone, welcome to Lisa's Sacred Space. I'm Lisa Newhoff, and I'm here today to share the information that I received a few days ago from the Galactic Energy Group. They're the energies that I channel, and it is a group of entities that are angelic as well as galactic, and they formed this group because right now is a very pivotal time in history on this planet. I was very nervous about doing this video. It's one of those videos that I feel is just so important for the information to come through to you properly. Now, if you're light workers, this is a time that we need you more than ever, okay? So they're calling upon all of us light workers. We came here for a purpose, and our purpose is to shine our light brightly. We need to walk in love. And this time more than ever is crucial for light workers to wake up. So I'm going to actually read the channeled information that I received, because sometimes when I paraphrase, I put a little bit of my own thoughts and feelings into this, but I'm just going to read this to you and then discuss a little bit more about what I picked up from it and what they have shared with me the last few days also. So I'll put my glasses on so that I can see what I'm reading, okay? So hang in there with me. All right, so this is the message that they gave me. Hello, dear ones. We are the Galactic Energy Group, and we come to you with the highest vibration of love for you and your planet. We wish you no harm, and we want you to know that our light shines brightly for you. These are unprecedented times on your planet. Nothing of this magnitude has ever taken place on planet Earth before. Mother Gaia has been awakened from her slumber, and she is taking back her power. Just as many of you go through your life sleepwalking until something jolts you into an awakening. This is what has happened to Gaia. She has been sleeping for far too long. As she awakens, her vibration also awakens. Her energy grid is changing. In order to feel in harmony with her, your grid will also change. For some, it will feel wonderful. For others, it will feel as if you are disconnected from once was, and this can create much fear and panic. Old wounds can no longer be buried in the past. Everything on this grid is coming together simultaneously, the past, present, and future. The old thoughts, patterns, and behaviors have no jurisdiction in this new Earth grid. It is revolutionary time. In November, there will be much anger and hatred spewing from those who have suppressed their hidden wounds. Those who refuse to look within will be heading to the streets looking for others to blame for their lot in life. Their fear and uncertainty will erupt negatively. It will not be a smooth transition for the presidential election. The humans who have never learned to think for themselves or to find inner guidance will be the ones causing the most ruckus. They are unsteady. Change is not their friend, and they will do whatever they deem necessary to make sure their world remains status quo. In November, there will be more rioting, peaceful demonstrations that will turn to fear. The pandemic will continue to rear up, and stock markets will fall. There will be much panic among the American people and globally, for what happens to one affects all. This is a time to come together, to connect like never before, to those of a higher vibration, not to get caught up in the cyclone of emotions that are swirling through our streets. Shine your light brightly. Give hope where there feels like there is none. Share love where there is fear. Be laughter to sadness. Be the light that shines so brightly that others want to gravitate towards you. Be diligent in your daily practice of connecting to the divine, as to not to get sucked in to all of the to not to get sucked in. I'm sorry, to connect light workers. You don't want to get sucked into the vacuum, is what they're saying. This will help you to keep you all connected and to collectively raise your vibration of the planet. This is a time of great importance for healing of the planet. Shine your light brightly on the darkness so that all can be revealed and healed. We will be sending higher vibrational frequencies to your planet. This will help, but it is imperative for those of you who are here doing the work to connect with others and to help them to learn how to raise the frequency to a higher octave. Blessings. We send you love, peace, and blessings. You are not alone, and we are with you always and in all ways. And they share with you that you are divine and you are part of the divine love. So one of the things that hit me was the fact that, as we can see right now, last night we had a full moon, we had a time change. So if you look at, and I was looking at numerology and I was thinking about the month of November and the significance of the number 11, which is the 11th month. And number 11 is about awakening, spiritual awakening, doing the work, guiding others to help them to see the light, so to speak, and being the light workers. It's about calling out the light workers. So it's interesting that here in the month of November is what they're calling a very, very pivotal month, and how the number 11 is asking us light workers to wake up and to share our light and to shine our light. And then if you look at the number 3, which is the 3rd day of November, is what I was looking at, and that is election day. And you add the number 11 and 3, and you come up with the number 5. And the number 5 is significant to change. It's about change. So there's a lot of things going on right now on our planet that we all need to come together. And if you're watching this video right now, I truly believe you did not stumble upon this video by accident. Everything happens for a reason. And you know, when you think, I was also reflecting about the messages that I've been receiving since the beginning of the year, and the same message kept coming through over and over and over again. And it was basically about self-love, working on ourselves, healing old wounds, old patterns. And it was like, I kept thinking to myself, well, this is redundant. I keep saying the same thing every month. I keep sharing the same information every month. But now this month of November, I understand it so more. It's like a bell went off in my head. Like, okay, so this is why we were asked to do the work, to clear our path, to clear the old ways, to clear out all of that negative energy vibrations that no longer work for us, that hold no significance in our life, so that we are able to shine our light more brightly and to do the work that needs to be done right now. So I'm calling all of you light workers right now, and I'm calling you to help in this time, because there is going to be, and there already is, an uprising. The darkness is coming out. All of the things that we have been suppressing, all of the ways that we have been thinking, we have created this moment, this time frame that we are in right now. And it's time for us to heal the past wounds. It's time for us to heal our planet, to heal our country, to heal each other. It's time for all of us to come together. I can't stress this enough, and I'm getting tears in my eyes because this is so crucial. Please understand me. This is a time that they are sharing with me that from now until through next year, there's going to be a lot of anger, a lot of feelings of frustration are going to come out deeper than ever before. People that haven't worked on themselves, that haven't done the work, are going to be the ones who are looking for answers outside themselves. So my guides are saying that we need to look for the answers within, to connect daily as light workers, as anybody who wants to do what they need to do for themselves to heal, to go inside, to go inward, to talk to God on a daily basis, divine source, whatever you want to call that energy field that is of love, and to go in and to do the work, to heal our old wounds. And if we have healed those wounds, it's about grounding. And still, all of us, we need to ground on a daily basis. This doesn't take a whole lot of time, 5 minutes a day. In the morning is usually the best time I have found for grounding. And grounding is very simple, and you can create your own way. But my guides have taught me to sit quietly, slow down my thoughts. I still have monkey brain. My granddaughter, I love her to tears. She calls it bouncy brain. And that brain is going to continue to work, but to sit quietly. Breathe in, breathe out, focus on your breath. And then think of a light shining down through the chakra, your crown chakra, going down through your chakras, grounding you into Mother Earth, and going as deeply into Mother Earth as you can. For me, I started out with wrapping that light around a root deep into the earth. And now I'm connecting with the crystalline grid, the crystals that are inside of the earth. So that brings the energy back up through my chakras and then up into the higher realms. And then I bring it back down. And while I'm doing this, I ask my spirit guides to ground me. So I ask them to send me love vibrations and to ground my light. So ask for your guides to ground your light. And this is important. This is an important thing for us, because it's so easy for anyone to get caught up in or to get basically sucked into other people's emotions. Many of us are empaths, and we can pick up very easily to the emotions in the room around us. So it's important for us to ground ourselves, to know what our triggers are, so that when someone is, in a place that is less of a lower vibrational frequency, then we don't get caught up in their negative emotions. And it's very easy to do that. So I'll share a story with you yesterday. I work in the furniture business, and I had a customer who I had previously, and I like her very much. She's from New York, and she's not afraid to voice her opinion on things. Well, she was voicing her opinion on how she felt about the person that was going to be or not to be in the place of presidency. She was not afraid to share how she was feeling about it. She was angry. She was frustrated, and her voice started to elevate. I could feel her energy. I could feel her heart rate going up. And I made a few comments just basically about asking her to be careful not getting sucked into that energy. And she started sharing, and then she settled down. But then she erupted about how she felt about what was going on with the presidency. And she was spewing some things that just it seemed out of character for her. And I sat there quietly. And there was a moment that I wanted to share my thoughts and beliefs about all of it, but I sat quietly and I listened to what she was saying, and I kept sharing love vibrations while she was sharing her anger and frustration. And I could see the fear, and I was thinking to myself, she's scared. She is really truly afraid of what is to come. And when I thought that, all of a sudden she abruptly said, "I'm not afraid." And I was like, oh, okay. And I thought maybe she's hearing my thoughts, But she said, "I'm angry and I'm not afraid." And she was sharing it. And I kept sending her love. And she started to calm down. I didn't feed into it. I could have easily got triggered, and I could have easily, started going back and forth with her because I wasn't agreeing with what she was saying. But she had a right to her what she was feeling, but she needed to be heard. And that's what we need to do. We have to allow people to speak their truth, to speak their mind, and to be heard. Doesn't mean that we have to agree with them. Doesn't mean we have to get sucked into their way of thinking. It just means that we care and we're compassionate about what they're feeling. And what it's really all coming down to, everyone in the streets doing the things that they're doing, it's fear. And where there's fear, there can't be love. So we, as light workers, we have to be the light. We have to shine the light. We have to walk in love. So that's what I'm asking you to do, to focus on not only, walking in love, but self-love. Listen to the words that you say to yourself, that you speak out loud. Me, I'm trying to eliminate the word hatred or hate in my vocabulary. I can't believe now that I'm cognizant of that word and I think about it and I'm thinking about removing it from my vocabulary, how often I really do say it. Like, oh, I hate this food, or I hate that, or I can't believe it, and hate comes out a lot. And so I'm catching myself now. And so, it's little things like that that make a difference. And we're not going to change overnight. We're not going to make a difference overnight. But little by little, as each one of us change, our vibration raises. And as our vibration raises, we're raising the vibration of the planet. And when our vibration raises, when someone is in our presence, they will feel that vibration. And they will say, wonder what they're doing. I want to be like that. I want to feel that way. I want to have that kind of peace. And then their vibration will start to raise. Or maybe they'll ask you what you're doing. It's not about us going around sharing and saying, you have to think the way I do. If you don't, then whatever. It's not about that. It's about us working on ourselves and being an example. So for others to, maybe want to also be a part of the way we do things and the way we think of things and the way we share things. So this is kind of like it's just paying attention to where you are, who you're hanging out with, the environment that you surround yourself with, the people that you surround yourself with. Pay attention to their words, the way they speak, what they say about themselves, what they say about everything around them, what they say about politics. Just kind of, it's okay. We need to know what's going on in the news. We need to know what's going on in our environment, but we don't need to get sucked in. So right now, my guides are saying to us just to slow down. We don't need to get caught up in the cyclone of all of these emotions. And again, we just got to check in regularly because it's going to be difficult not to. There's a lot of energy throwing out there. And they're telling me it's not going to change much. If anything, it could escalate even more when it comes to, I think it was the 22nd of December is when they're sharing with me that things are going to escalate even more. So this month is about change. It's about frequency, raising the vibration. It's about energy surging and swirling around and people getting caught up in all of the negative vibrations, all of the negative news, all of the negativity. If you can't think happy thoughts, if you can't be anywhere where you feel like, I just can't, I'm just not at a good place right now, just try to stay neutral. Don't try to go too far one way or too far the other way. Just be in a neutrality. And that's what they're asking us to do, not to get so caught up in everything. See what you need to see, and then shut it off. Know what you need to know, shut it off. Don't get caught up in the news. It's just about grounding ourselves, filtering, discernment, filtering lies and deceptions from what we see in the news, going within so that we get the answers from God, from our inner self, from our higher self, and not from some newsman saying that this is what is happening out there. It's about discernment. It's about neutrality. It's about staying grounded, and just come from a place of love. So this month and the months following, is going to be very trying times. It's going to get better, and just understand your environment. It's up to you to create the environment with which you want to live. So if you get caught up in all of that negativity, your environment is going to be very negative. If you decide you're going to go about your life, you're going to do what you need to do for you and your family, and you choose to be happy, and we can't always be happy, but just find that higher vibration. Whenever you find that you're slipping, stop, pause, get yourself grounded, and raise your thought pattern, raise your thoughts to a higher vibration, something that's a little bit higher, a little bit more of a positive thought. And you'll be so surprised at how others may share a different story from you, because as they go through this, they may get caught up in that whirlwind where you don't. And your life goes on as normal for you, and you guys are doing well, everything's going good, and all that stuff is going on, but you're shining your light, and you're creating a positive vibrational energy for you and your family, and you're creating the things that you want to bring into your life. We are the creators of our own lives, so create something positive, create something good. And as we do that, our ripple effect will continue to go out into the universe. So if you want to see more videos like this, and every month I'm going to do an energy update forecast. I'm going to continue to do this every month. And if you want to do that, subscribe, hit like, and I will also be doing some videos in between to help and learn. Maybe I'll do a meditation. I'm still learning how to do some things. I'm even thinking about in the future maybe doing some teaching on how to get grounded, how to raise your vibration. I also do light language, which is a language of healing, and I continue to do that. And I may share a video in the future and do an energy healing through light language. So if you want to learn a little bit more, check in here regularly. If you subscribe and you like below, then you'll see more of these videos, and they'll come to you as I publish them. And I just want to take this time to thank you all for doing the work, for working on yourselves, for helping to heal the planet. And I just send you love, peace, and blessings. Namaste.